Hello, this is Stephen Carter of the Safe Living Today show. In this episode, we are going to get an update for the Equifax security breach involving 143 million people. We're going to look at what could happen if you choose to take no action in relation to that breach. And we're going to look at some self-defense steps to help you prevent identity theft of your identity and those of your loved ones. If you're a new listener, welcome to the family. Who is this podcast for? If you want to stay safe in your home, stay safe online, and stay safe as you're out and about in your world, then this show is for you. With each episode, I bring my 40-plus years of law enforcement, corporate security for a major international corporation, and safety leadership, and I bring that to you in each episode for one simple reason. That's to help you and your loved ones stay safe in a risk-filled world. To update you on the Equifax security breach fiasco, first announced by the company on September 7th, Equifax has updated its website. They are providing, in my opinion, little new information, but I'll share with you the content of their update from September the 15th, 2017. As part of the company's ongoing review of the cybersecurity incident announced September 7th, 2017, Equifax Inc. made personnel changes and released additional information regarding preliminary findings about the incident. The company announced that the Chief Information Officer and Chief Security Officer are, and I quote here, retiring, close quote. And it goes on about their particular situation, specific details of the incident. On July 29th, Equifax security team observed suspicious network traffic associated with its U.S. online dispute portal web application. In response, the security team investigated and blocked the suspicious traffic that was identified. Second bullet point. The security team continued to monitor network traffic and observed additional suspicious activity on July 30, 2017. In response, the company took offline the affected web application that day. Bullet 3. The company's internal review of the incident continued upon discovering a vulnerability in the Apache Struts web application framework as the actual attack vector. Equifax patched the affected web application before bringing it back online. Just as an editorial note, the application error was announced by Apache in early March. Why Equifax waited to install the patch? I see little explanation on their website or in the media as to why the long delay. Returning to the Equifax site, they continue on with some boilerplate stuff and announced or confirmed that it affected 143 million U.S. consumers, primary names, social security numbers, birth dates, addresses, and in some instances, driver's license numbers. In addition, credit card numbers of approximately 209,000 U.S. consumers and certain dispute documents with personal identification information for approximately 182,000 U.S. consumers were accessed. Equifax also identified unauthorized access to limited personal information for certain UK and Canadian residents and is working with regulators in those countries. With respect to the company's security posture, Equifax has taken short-term remediation steps, and Equifax continues to implement and accelerate long-term security improvements. They then go on with a Q&A, questions regarding Apache Struts. As a result of this security breach, Equifax has set up a special site, a special page where they supposedly are keeping people appraised of progress and what options they have and such. That website EquifaxSecurity2017.com. So what does this massive security breach mean for you? The U.S. Federal Trade Commission has taken an active interest in this breach. Let's listen to 60 seconds of advice from the Federal Trade Commission regarding their recommendations to help keep you safe from identity theft.
Yet another data breach is making headlines, and this time, your information is exposed. What should you do? First, take a deep breath. Then, visit identitytheft.gov/data breach. You'll learn what specific steps to take. For example, if your social security number was exposed, you'll want to order your free credit reports and check for accounts you don't recognize. If a company affected by a data breach offers you free services, like credit monitoring or identity theft insurance, take advantage of it. You also might want to place a credit freeze or fraud alert. That'll make it harder for an identity thief to open new accounts in your name. If you find that someone is using your information to commit fraud, identitytheft.gov can help you report that too. Find out how to recover from a data breach at identitytheft.gov/data breach.
There are multiple if-then scenarios related to this data breach. Far too many to go into in this short podcast. I will have the links available for you in the show notes for this episode. Simply go to safelivingtoday.com, scroll down to episode 8, and you'll find the links for the FTC site and other useful links as well. The bottom line is that we all are going to be at risk for years to come as a result of this unconscionable oversight from Equifax. My final recommendation in this podcast is to stay the course, monitor your credit card purchases, monitor your bank accounts. These are easily done by logging in to your respective company's websites. Please make sure you do not log in through any unprotected Wi-Fi. Do not log in from a Starbucks or a Barnes & Noble or any other location other than your home. Make sure your router is secure. And if you want to add an extra layer of security, sign in through what's called a virtual private network. You can purchase VPN software that goes directly onto your PC or your Mac and also for your smartphone. Again, all of the resources we've mentioned in this podcast with additional resources as well, they're all linked up as part of our show notes at safelivingtoday.com. If you have any questions about any of the things that we've covered in this or other podcasts, or you simply would like to get in touch with us, simply email safelivingtoday@gmail.com. Until our next episode, this is your host, Stephen Carter of the Safe Living Today show, asking you to please stay safe, stay well, and stay blessed.